Hi, it's got to be a quick one. I've only got like 3 minutes before the gate opens here. I'm in line at the Shizuoka dump. Oh, it's moving. No time at all. Oh, see all this stuff in here? It's about to go away. It's about to go away. It's all, I mean, it's full in the back, seat, everywhere. Okay, more after I dump it all. Bye-bye. Be in just a sec. Okay, I'm back. This is one of those videos where I have to capture the moment. This part of the reason I made this playlist was the incidental things that are passing through as I experience this this tremendous life change. There's things that happen that you feel them and you let them go, and if you wait a little bit, it'll be gone. The experience will be gone, the memory gone, the heat of the moment will be gone, and I want to just capture this one. I'm sorry, I'm going on and on about, because I know it's going to seem trivial, but to me it's really significant right now. So I'll just say it. I was Thoreau in Walden. Thoreau makes a description of watching his fellow around Walden Pond. There, he would be in the woods there, and he would see passers-by on the road to Concord, and he would picture them with their early in the morning, with their laboring along, to get their stuff to market by dawn, and he described them lumbering along with all their possessions seemingly heaped upon their shoulders, even though it was just an image. It wasn't really, of course, they weren't like that, but all the things that they had. In a way, it's kind of a sophomoric, it's the kind of thing that most young people come to that realization, that idea that you accumulate things and it piles upon you, and you do that, and you kind of that's interesting. I remember like being 22 and, oh, that's interesting. Wow, that's a deep thought, and then kind of forgetting it and going on to do it myself. And then I knew that it happened several times in my life, and a couple of times I've gotten rid of it. And just now, as I'm doing it again, I want to share with you that in the weeks and the months and the couple of years since I lost my business and I took all that stuff that I had from the business, that huge pile of stuff, and I set it aside in storage, and it sat there, and every now and then it would come to mind, and I would remember how it's sitting there. And I did the same thing when I came over from the States. I had a lot of money, so I rented 2 huge storage lockers in Ventura, and I put all of our possessions in there, including a vehicle. My green Ford Ranger. I put a car in there, and I kept it for 5 years. I was spending like $400 to $500 a month. I mean, it was some insane amount of money on rental to store all that stuff. And it would come to mind, and I would remember, why am I wasting all this money? And so finally, I hopped on a plane and flew to the States, and I don't remember how I did it. Like in 2 weeks, I disposed of everything in those lockers, and it was really hard to do that. But I remember when I did it. Once I got going, once I got to the plane, once I got there, and the immediacy of it all, it just kind of happened and burned through it, and it was gone. I don't give it a second thought anymore. And it just happened now again with this pile that I had accumulated here, that just sat there in that storage here for, gosh, since 2008, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, was that 6 years? And I did nothing with it. It just sat there and left me with worry. And just now, you can see it's gone. And that's not most of it. I mean, I gave away as much. I tried to contact as many people as I could to give it away, and including like the equivalent of a thrift store here. And this is the stuff that nobody wanted. And I have one more trip to do, going back to the house now to do it again. And then that'll pretty much be it. I'll still have furniture. My apartment here in Japan will still have furniture and stuff like that, because my wife and daughter will stay here, and my wife will dispose of all of this. So today really marks the day that I get rid of all this stuff that I need to get rid of. And it's going to get rid of a few more incidentals. I'm going to try to whittle it down to 1 suitcase, fly across the ocean with 1 suitcase, and I think I'm going to have 6 boxes of photographs and memories that will stay here, that will get shipped over a little later. But I haven't even told the point yet, and I'm going to be brief. I'm going to finish off with this. The point is, once I got all the stuff packed into the car and I started driving to the dump, I mean, it was just gone. It was like a prisoner back there that I always thought that if I was going to go to the guillotine, that I've always, not that I think about this much, but if if I was like in the French Revolution and I was going to the guillotine, I would like to think that, if I knew that there was no way out, there's no way I could escape, there's no way I could, bound off and leave. I would hope that I would be the kind of person that would go to my fate, kind of like, who was it? Was it Louis in the French Revolution? Louis went to his fate. He said something about minding the neck. He went well to the guillotine. I think it was Louis the King, or was it the other guy? Anyway, I would hope that I would go well, and I think my stuff went well. It kind of gave up the fight after I got it all in here. And it came to the dump, which is right over there. By the way, you can't see it. They make an onsen. They burn everything at the dump, and then they make hot water, and this is the onsen that the old people come and enjoy the hot water. Good efficiency in Japan. But anyway, I would hope that I went well. And as soon as I got all the stuff in the back of the car and all like, of course the stuff isn't talking to me, but the stuff in my head that's saying, keep me, you might need me, you never know. As soon as you throw me away, you'll need a shelf. All that stuff it gave up. It was quiet. Okay, we're just going to the dump. Just like I would hope that I would have the, if I knew there was no way out, just the resolve to go to the guillotine quietly, and maybe come up with a sentence or two that thoughtful words just before they tie me up and put me on it, and I'll leave it at that. And then the world goes on without me, and now the world will go on without all this stuff. One more load to do. The message then for my daughter then is don't be too afraid, because I've gone through this. This is the second or third time that I've done this, and it always seems to be the same. The stuff speaks to you. It whispers in your ear. It whispers in your thoughts, in your mind. You need me. Don't give me away. You invested in me. You loved me once. You wanted me. Why could you let me go? And it piles up and it piles up and it holds you down. And there will be times that you'll give this stuff up and you will need it tomorrow. But with material stuff, there's a few things that you can't replace like that. The photographs and the memories, that's the stuff you got to hold on to. The possessions, the people, the connections, the human interactions, the bonds, the lessons learned. Those are the things to hold on to. This other stuff can be gone. And the other example was the big fire in our life, when our house burned down when I was the childhood home that I grew up in, and the last place that I felt like I was a kid. When that place burned down, and all of our memories indeed did go away as well. And the only thing I pine for are the memories. The rest, in fact, it's a ruin. Our home is a ruin out there in the desert, in the mountains there in the Angeles National Forest. And I can still go out there every 10 years or so. I go back. I'll do that after I go back. I go back and I walk through the ruins of our house. And there's one part there where it used to be a pile, and I actually still sometimes find photographs in the wreckage there. And it's the only thing I really look for. The rest of the stuff, I can see the hulk of the car that was once my brother's project car. I can see my mom's Subaru upside down that vandals destroyed. I can see the washing machine, the house burned down. So there's stuff just hulks there. I can see the washing machine where I used to pile in dishes after my mom cooked a meal. I can see the various rooms outlined by the foundation of the home that we had built, and the foundation that my father poured with the dream of the extension that he was going to make the corral where my mother had her beloved horse that survived and was the fire and was given away in the end, and all those things there. And I look through all those things, and I don't even remember. I don't have any longing for any of it other than the memories that they evoke in my mind. And when I, as a band in Japan guy, as I go off into the mountains and I explore, even though the memories are not my own when I go to an abandoned house, I sense for the memories that were there and that were created and were once there. And that's all that seems to really hold and carry on through it. This stuff's all gone. These are just metal shelves. These are metal shelves and various knickknacks, but the memories of what they were in my old business and what they meant to me and all the effort that I did to build that, and the lessons of failure and the success that I had in as well, which was trivial but minor, but there was some. Those are still here, and those will carry on. And I guess if I make this video, they carry on a little further, maybe to my daughter and maybe her kids too, and anybody else who gives a darn and takes a look. And with that, I'm gonna hit the stop button, and I'm gonna head off and get rid of the last load, and then I'll be done. And then it's gonna be time to whittle down what remains to a single suitcase, and then spend some time with my friends this evening, and spend some time with my family. Got less than 30 days, and I'm out of here. Start something new. Okay, talk to y'all later. Thanks for sitting by.